Thank you very much, Leader Cross. Thanks for the press corps for having the event. My name is Andrzejewski, and I'm the founder of For the Good of Illinois. And For the Good of Illinois, we have the mission of bringing transparency and accountability to public spending in the state. I also just wrapped up, as Tom alluded to, a run for governor in the Republican primary. The public trust of Illinois government is shattered. The last two governors, one's in jail, one's indicted awaiting trial. The state of Illinois is nearly insolvent. We have $6 billion worth of unpaid bills to our state vendors. The public trust of government is shattered. 735,000 people left Illinois over the course of the last 10 years. We have fewer companies in our state now than what we had in 1997. Now, families and businesses all across the state, they've cut spending. They've audited their own budgets to eliminate waste and extras. Families and businesses have also put controls on their spending. For example, they cut their credit cards. Today, I join Leader Tom Cross and House Republicans as we introduce the forensic audit resolution into the Illinois House. We need to audit the budget, we need to put controls on spending, and most of all, we need to prove to the people of Illinois those spending cuts and those controls. And that's exactly what a forensic audit does. Why is it necessary? I think the best example as to why the forensic audit is necessary is Auditor General William Holland's report from October of 2007. He says, and I quote, "The state does not have a comprehensive, consistent inventory of state programs." As a matter of fact, Auditor Holland's findings were in stark contrast to that year's Comptroller's Public Accountability Report. In that report, the Comptroller said that we had 252 state programs. Auditor Holland said that we had 1,750, and he said, and we had more, but he couldn't quantify the number. Auditor Holland said that we had 100 state agencies. In the Comptroller's report, they said we had 69. We don't even know the basics of Illinois financial data. The forensic audit is not a new concept. I look to the Democrat Governor Sebelius in Kansas in 2004. Kansas is a state 5 times smaller than Illinois. She came into office in 2004 facing a $1 billion budget crunch. She did a top-to-bottom audit and saved her state $1.1 billion. She balanced her budget without a tax increase, and she was named one of the top 5 governors in the country by Time magazine that year. I looked at Texas. Democrat Governor Ann Richards saved the state of Texas $8 billion through streamlining and cost-cutting because of her audits. It's pages and pages and pages of cuts and streamlining and the end of redundancies in Texas. I look right here to Illinois, just recently this spring, the DuPage County Water Commission. A forensic audit was convened after the Water Commission realized that $19 million had evaporated of a $20 million supposed surplus. Employees resigned, they were fired, and the sales tax that was supposed to be going to a capital budget was going to the operating budget, and that was illegal. The forensic audit uncovered all of this. So what will we accomplish with a forensic audit here in Illinois? Well, we will rebuild the shattered trust of the people of Illinois. We will show citizens where every dime of money is being spent, institute proper controls going forward on that state spending, and will determine benchmarks and metrics for accountable spending going forward. And most of all, we'll be able to prove it through evidence. Every citizen in Illinois has seen the newspaper headlines about the $127,000 paid to a security firm to guard the 3rd airport at Peatone. It's a cornfield. The people of Illinois want to know whether that $87 million grant to the Chicago public school systems that was supposed to go to teach children with disabilities, whether it actually went to teach children with disabilities. The people have seen the headlines that our state fleet of airplanes, we fly the fleet for $3,000 an hour, and we spend millions of dollars on that program. A forensic audit will be used to save the taxpayers' money. probably billions of dollars. At least 1.25 billion of probable savings. And that doesn't come from me. That comes from the liberal professor at the University of Illinois at Chicago, Dick Simpson, who says that 5% of all state spending is misspent. The forensic audit will rebuild the shattered trust of the people of Illinois. It will show our citizens exactly where every dime of that spending is being spent. It'll institute proper controls on that spending going forward. We'll be able to benchmark and metric that accountable spending, and best of all, we'll be able to prove it through evidence. Thank you for attending the press conference and for covering this substantial piece of public policy. And thank you to the Republican caucus for backing this resolution.
And thanks. I think we're going to have Michael Conley and the others.